Hey everybody, welcome. This is RJ here again at Piniard Law. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. Today we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about compensation and pension exams, what to expect, how to go into these exams, and make sure that we maximize our time in these exams. So hold on and let's get started with this. So now, we've gone through the stages of filing a claim. We've gone through the stages of having it reviewed by VSR and at the VA level. And now they say, hey, congratulations, you've made it to the point where you get an actual exam, which they call a compensation and pension exam. What to expect? You're gonna get a notice and it'll come either in an email, you'll get it in the mail, you'll get it multiple ways. Me, I get mail, email, and I've gotten phone calls. And they let me know, hey, you have a CNP exam coming up on this date, at this time, at this location. A lot of people who are smart, they'll go find a location early so that they'll know how to get to that location and not have any issues when it comes down to time to actually arrive at that location. And then another thing a lot of people do is you take time and you may even do some research on the person that will be conducting the exam. Why is this important? Sometimes it gives you an edge. You can find out what that person likes. You can find out some of their hobbies, where they went to school. You can learn a little bit more about the individual that's conducting the exam. Reason why this is important, you want to establish rapport. So you don't have to go in and be super over the top friendly, but you don't want to go into it and the CNP exam and be standoffish, if you will. You want to go into these exams, you want to be relaxed, and you want to be open to the examiner. So what that does for you is it doesn't put you in a position where you seem tense or apprehensive to the exam because they note all of this. So now, you're going into the exam. What happens? So if you're doing a range of motion test, it used to be a time at the VA when they just rated a case off of one thing only. So if it was a back, it was just your back. They since changed that and they have 3 different ways that they look at a case if you're doing a range of motions, or they call them ROMs. They would do a flexation, extension, and pain. So what I tell everybody is you do not want to push past your pain point. This is something that is very important. You know your pain tolerance level. You may come across an examiner who may try to get you to push past that point, but you let them know this is as far as it goes. Any further than that, I'm putting myself in pain and I don't want to risk an injury. There's nothing wrong with saying that, and they should respect that, and they should stop moving you at that particular point or having you perform the movement at that particular point. What happens once an exam is done? When an exam is done, what I tell everybody is you want to document. So whoever you're working with, be it you're doing the claim yourself, you're working with a VSO, you're working with the law office, whoever you're working with, you want to document, this is what I experienced, here's how I felt the exam went, here's what I thought of the examiner. Because there could be a time when you might have an exam that was insufficient. It could be where that person did a job, but they didn't do it sufficient enough. They didn't listen to you. They didn't pay attention to what you were telling them or expressing to them. They made you push past your pain points. These are all things that need to be noted, and whoever you're working with, they need to know these things. It's important that you tell them, because when you let them know that you had this issue, they can go back and say, hey, John Q. Examiner, you put my patient or my person or my client in this position. It was not a comfortable position for them to be in. So now what we're requesting another exam. We're going to say that this exam is insufficient. So you have a lot of opportunities to have a proper exam. And what I tell everybody that gets to this point, again, congratulations. It means that the VA found probable cause to give you an exam. It means that they believe that there's something that happened in service that deserves or warrants an exam and could potentially get you the service connection that you deserve. So for all of my veterans, all of the people who are family members of veterans, we thank you for your support. We love helping you. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us here. My name is RJ, and my email address is rjones@piniardlaw.com. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you may have, okay? Thank you so much. Oh, and before I go, if you're one of our fellow veterans that are experiencing any kind of hardships whatsoever, I want you to know that you're not in this fight by yourself. There are numbers that you can contact. So you be sure to reach out to someone who can give you a helping hand if you need that, okay? From myself, To all of our veterans out there, I love you. There'll be more videos to come. And let's keep fighting for that service connection that we deserve. Love you guys. Take care.